Honoring the men and women who sacrificed and served. That's the goal behind the Honor Flight Network, which flies veterans of U.S. wars to Washington, D.C. to visit their memorials. And Fox News contributor Lisa Boothe was on board one of these very special flights. She joins us now with more. Lisa, good morning.
Hi, Todd. How are you?
Great. And these stories make everybody feel so great.
It was such an incredible experience. It was so moving. And Todd, the men and women of this flight served our country in the most vilified war, and most never received even a thank you for their service. But as that plane left the tarmac in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, all of that changed. And I was honored to go along for the ride. Take a look.
Today marks our 42nd honor flight, and we couldn't be more proud.
But this honor flight is a bit different. All 107 service members on board are veterans of the Vietnam War, including a member of the American Airlines Old Glory Honor Flight crew.
It warms my heart to be with my fellow veterans.
Bruce Ferris served in Vietnam from 1969 to 1970 in the 101st Airborne Division.
We all know we didn't get a whole lot of pats on the back, didn't get a lot of thank yous. Well, today that changes.
And what a change. Instead of dirty looks, these veterans received cheers, a true welcome home.
When we first came home, no one treated us like we had done anything, and it's different now. It's amazing.
It was a day full of emotion, but what made the 800-mile trip worth it was the ability to gaze upon the 58,318 names etched into the Vietnam War Memorial. Medal of Honor recipient Gary Luttrell was one of them. Though a frequent volunteer on honor flights, this was his first with his brother and sisters in arms from Vietnam.
When I look at those names, they're not names to me. Those are little 18, 19-year-old faces that come back to life temporarily in my heart, my soul, my eyes.
He was not the only one who saw more than a name on the wall.
I've got a few friends on the wall here that I wasn't able to keep people alive. There's stories like that about everyone on this wall. You know, I don't know what to say. I get too choked up.
Lorna House joined the Army as a nurse in 1967. She was one of over 265,000 women who served during Vietnam.
Women were a part of the whole Vietnam experience, and none of us was drafted to go to war. We all volunteered.
They finally got their own memorial in 1993, and thousands cheered their return back in Wisconsin, showing that it's never too late to say thank you and welcome home.
This is just amazing, just absolutely incredible. One of the best days of my life.
This Yellow Ribbon Honor flight wouldn't have happened without the help of American Airlines. The whole crew on board the flight, including the pilots, were all volunteers. To learn more about the program, you can go to oldgloryhonorflight.org or honorflight.org as well to look for your local hub.
And Lisa, stories like this are so important because people in our generation and generations that are younger, we celebrate our troops, yet this generation did not get that kind of recognition. In fact, they got just the opposite.
They did, and they didn't get the welcome home they deserve. And I cannot explain how moving it was to be able to share this day with them, to see the look in their eyes, and for them to get the honor that they deserve. And I think it was George Washington who said that the willingness of future generations to serve is based on how we treat previous generations.
Right.
And so I think it's so important to remember these veterans, the way that they're treated, to honor them, and to ensure that future generations are treated the way that they deserve.
Lisa, amazing work. Thank you so much for bringing that to us.
I really appreciate it.